this has proven a challenge because there's a lot of differences, as you mentioned, not only in the way the different regions in Europe can manage innovation, with, for instance, Germany focusing on Fraunhofer, France being much more focused on how big industrial players are going to develop innovation internally, or countries like Spain and Italy focusing on their SMEs to innovate. At the same time, there are a lot of differences in terms of the area of expertise, with Germany being very strong on the automotive, for instance, France and the UK on the aeronautics, and so on. And as a result, being in this market means that there are a lot of discrepancies between the different geographical areas. Some are with strong ecosystems that have been built that aren't necessarily going to last forever, but still create a lot of conditions for things to develop. And all these ecosystems are built by, in the end contractor that wants to have his suppliers, his subcontractors, everything linked close to him, which creates more and more differences between the regions, especially in a context of competition to attract all these industries. Yeah. So in the end, we have regions that are more and more different and that have more and more discrepancies in terms of industrial landscape, in terms of attractivity, both for companies and for talents, as well as in terms simply of real estate policies. So this creates a lot of differences. And these are differences we have to take into account when we address this different region and when we want to scale. And that's one of the challenges that comes for companies who want to be in Europe, is that technically they're supposed to have access to a huge market, which is the European one. But in the end, it's very hard to switch from a region to another to collaborate with others. For example, in our portfolio, we see that French companies have a lot of struggle actually collaborating at large scale with German industrial groups, which is very important for them to scale and being able to reach scale economies. But at the same time, sure, they have discussions, they have co-development, but when it's time to really sign a contract and go into full industrial phase, it always takes a lot of time. And for a lot of the companies, it ends up being easier to scale in the USA or in Japan, which is very counterintuitive.